Hey everyone, it's Sandra, and today's video is going to be about my evening skincare routine. I did a video on my morning skincare routine, and I'll have a link to that video up on the screen and in the description box below. Just a quick review, I have combination oily, acne-prone skin, and this time of year it's also very dehydrated. Step one is cleansing and makeup removal. For the first cleanse, I've been using this Clarins Pure Melt Cleansing Gel. This is a gel that turns into an oil. So I apply this on my dry skin. It turns into an oil and it melts away all the makeup. I love it. It gets rid of all my mascara and it has a very pleasant scent. It's very lightweight and it does a great job. It's one of my favorite oil-based cleansers that I've tried. I love the packaging of it as well. I definitely am planning on repurchasing this at some point. You can rinse it off clean or you can use a washcloth with it. Sometimes I use a washcloth if I want a bit of a physical exfoliation as well, but most of the time I just rinse it clean with water and everything comes off. Then I go into cleanse number 2, and I've been using the CeraVe Renewing SA Cleanser. This cleanser has salicylic acid in it and it does foam up a little bit. So I try to be really gentle and massage it slowly into my damp skin. If I massage it too vigorously, it tends to lather up and I find that a little bit drying. So I try to just take a slow and steady approach, really massage this into the skin, and then rinse it off with water. Sometimes again I use a washcloth, sometimes I use a Foreo Luna Mini 2. I have that actually, I keep that at my boyfriend's house because I don't want to travel with washcloths and stuff like that. The next step I do after I cleanse is I use one of my favorite serums, and it's the SkinCeuticals Blemish Plus H Defense. I've talked about this before. I have an in-depth review of this product on my blog. I don't want to talk your ear off, but if you struggle with breakouts, if you have oily skin and you're also concerned with anti-aging, you need this serum in your life. If your skin is very dry, very sensitive, I do not recommend this, but if you're oily and your skin is quite resilient, you might want to check this out. I really love it. I didn't think that it would agree with my skin, but it does. It has salicylic acid in it, it has glycolic acid and dioic acid in it as well. And I use this actually just to spot treat. I don't use this all over my face anymore. I did at some point, but now I find it to be the most efficient when I just use it to spot treat. So I use this on areas, if my skin is feeling congested, usually around my mouth, my chin, that's when I spot treat with this product. I only need about 3 drops of it. It's a clear liquid. I love it. It sinks into the skin quickly, and even though it has a high alcohol content, I don't find it irritating or drying on my skin. But that's just my personal experience. I am wary of recommending things with such a high alcohol content in them because I know that it can be an irritant for many people. So proceed with caution, but I have had a very positive experience with this product. Next up, I moisturize, and I use the First Aid Beauty 5-in-1 eye cream at night. This is a little bit richer than the eye serum I use in the morning, but at the same time it's not greasy at all. It sinks in quickly and it's a very comforting, hydrating eye cream. I really like it. I love the packaging of it too, really nice and compact. Then for the rest of my face, I have been loving this moisturizer. It's the Murad Skin Perfecting Lotion. This is a beautiful lightweight moisturizer for oily, acne-prone, troubled skin. This has retinol in it as well, and it's just extremely moisturizing, but it's light at the same time. It doesn't have a fragrance. It's quite a fluid texture. I like to take it down and do my neck and chest with this as well. If you like the Ole Henriksen Sheer Transformation Moisturizer, you will adore this. Once I let my moisturizer sink in, I do like to apply a bit of face oil. I used to be terrified of face oils because having oily, acne-prone skin, you're kind of bombarded with messaging that oil is bad and you need to get it out. But over the last couple of years, I've really warmed up to oils for my skin, and I find that ever since I started incorporating an oil into my skincare routine, my skin has changed for the better. And the face oil that I'm using right now, and it has been my favorite face oil to date, it's the Burki Power Trio Radiance Oil. This is so beautiful. I recently had to throw out my Sunday Riley Artemis. I had about half a bottle left, but that went bad. I had it for about 1.5 years, so the product kind of oxidized and it started smelling really stale. When I first bought Artemis, I remember I got samples of a whole bunch of oils from the store that I was shopping at, and the two favorite oils that I had from all the samples were Sunday Riley Artemis and the Burki Power Trio. I love the packaging. I love the fact that it's in a pump. It's a lot lighter of an oil than the Sunday Riley oil, and you only need one pump to cover your entire face. It almost has like a dry oil texture to it. It's super lightweight, it smells beautiful, and it has ingredients that are aimed towards brightening your skin, firming your skin, and it's also supposed to help speed up the healing process of the skin. So if you are in the market for a new face oil, the Burki Power Trio Radiance Oil is very, very, very good. And I've been using this almost every single day for the last month and a half, and that's how much product has gone down. So it comes really full, and like I mentioned, you only need one pump to cover your entire face. Sometimes I even use this in the morning. I add about half a pump of it to my moisturizer if my skin is feeling very dry, and it works like a charm. So that concludes kind of my everyday evening routine. If I have some blemishes that are sore and they're sticking out, I will use some Somerville EradiKate on top of it. This is my favorite spot treatment. I love it. I cannot be without it. Actually, just ran out of it, so I have a new bottle of it ready to go. I can't be without this stuff when I have a breakout. This is a sulfur-based spot treatment, and what you do is you put a Q-tip in it. There's a sulfur powder residue at the bottom. You dip your Q-tip in to get to the very bottom to get that sulfur residue, and then you apply it on your spot. You end up looking like a crazy polka dot face when you apply this on your face, but it's worth it. It is so good. The Mario Badescu, I think it's called the Clearing Lotion, is very similar to that. I also wanted to give you a little update on these. These are the First Aid Beauty Blemish Patrol Pads. I mentioned these in my empties and new products video, and unfortunately these do not work for me. While I love the First Aid Beauty Radiance Pads, I just don't really like the Blemish Patrol pads. I don't find them that effective. I'm assuming it's because this is a witch hazel based product, and for some reason witch hazel just does nothing for me. I have tried so many natural acne remedies and formulations that contain tea tree oil and witch hazel, and those just do absolutely nothing. Sometimes they make my skin worse. I just haven't had good luck with it. Every now and then I will use an exfoliating treatment at night, and at the moment I'm working on using up my Somerville RetASphere micro peel. So this is a product that you use on clean skin. So I wash my face, I apply this on clean dry skin, and then I go to bed. This is an overnight resurfacing treatment, and I like using this if I don't have any active blemishes, if I just want to help improve my overall skin texture and help fade any old post blemish marks. So this is what I'm working with at the moment. I always like to keep a exfoliating treatment on hand, and I use that maybe once or twice a week. Let me know what skincare products you're loving lately, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.